Hello, y'all. Welcome back to another. Hello, y'all. Welcome back to another episode of Harness. Today, I don't really have anything planned, really, so let's just go work on stuff and we'll see where we will end up. Right, so there's some things I've been thinking about. For example, now that Shure is building this base, what will happen to this little contraption over here? I'll have to, or we will have to think about another place for the enchanting setup. And yeah, I'm kind of sad to see this go because it's kind of been become a little iconic. So maybe we can rebuild it somewhere, or maybe yeah, I just need to accept that this has been fun for now. All right, then I want to go work on more on the tower and finish it up in this episode. If we go there. As you can see, I worked a bit more on it. Didn't do a whole lot, but yeah, have been working a bit off camera. Now, what I want to talk with you about is how I'm going to do the interior here. Because originally I designed the interior to be a fully functional base, but because we already have a base, that's not really necessary. And I would like to have it like sort of reasonably realistic, the inside, like it really is a watchtower where people live. I don't know historic watchtowers if those have people quartered in them, but I don't know. The original design, you know, let's just go to the creative world so I can show you better. Okay, so here's the top of the tower. As you can see, it has two floors. This bottom floor is more intended to function as a watchtower. You can see 360 degrees around you, and you can easily shoot from here. And then on the second floor here are the living quarters. And yeah, I made this to be like completely functional. So there's an enchanting setup, there's a brewing setup here, then there's storage and furnaces. I made this before we had like the new different types of furnaces. And then there's also a tiny... Oh, this should have a minecart. This didn't... Oh no! This is going to be difficult. Okay, imagine a minecart right there, where you can click and then... Okay, now, heck it. I'm going to fix this. Okay, be right back. Okay, I fixed it. There, minecart right there. You can click on it, then you get inside it, and when you shift click, you end up right here. I think that's a neat little system. And yeah, it's very difficult to make like a ladder look nice here, so that's why I did this. Yeah, and here's like a tiny little sleeping room thingy, bedroom thingy. So yeah, well, I think if you're a soldier and or like a group of soldiers and you live in a watchtower, you don't really need an enchanting setup. I'm guessing that's not the highest priority. So I would think that this has more a bigger sleeping quarter and like storage and stuff. But since I already really designed this whole thing, and I think it works quite nice. I'm not very good at all with interiors really. I'd be the first to admit that. So I think it's fine to just reuse this design because I think it works pretty well with the space I have to work with. So yeah, let's go back to the other world and just finish this up. Alright, I finished up the tower, except the interior now. We have the top floor, we have the bottom floor. So let's take a look at it from some angles, right? Where are we? There's our base. You know, I realize it's not that visible directly from our base. Is there a good angle somewhere here? Maybe on top of the hill here. I don't know actually how Shure has designed the backside of this, but yeah, from here it's nicely visible. Yeah, that's a heckin' tower, I would say. It feels... Yeah, I don't know, it feels a bit maybe I should have used the spruce logs. I don't know. Maybe that would have looked nice. I might try that in a creative world and just see how it looks. Because yeah, it's definitely lighter than the surrounding forest. Let's take a look from down here. There's no path here or anything, but yeah. Oh yeah, the path is here. Looks pretty good, I'd say. Then from the village. Dang. Yeah. I'd say pretty well done, me. Yay, me. Go you, I guess. So yeah, next step is now doing the interior. And that requires quite a diverse set of blocks, so that might take a while. I think, yeah, we definitely do not have the books to make a full enchanting setup, so I might need to go breed a lot of cows, or even go out into the wild and kill some cows. That might be quicker. I don't know. We need a cow farm. We have some cows, but like we don't really have proper animal farms. But yeah, let's go work on that. Ta-da! Turns out we did have quite a lot of leather for all these books. I think Sure may have been slaughtering some cows sometime. I don't know. I didn't collect that, I think. So yeah, other than that, this was not too much effort. There's a few tiny changes, particularly these lanterns, which didn't exist the last time. And one up here as well. Then there is one very annoying thing. And okay, so you see my fancy thingy here. And with this I can get up here. But as you saw before, and if I do this again, I fall through it. And now I land up here. And I don't know how... Wait, yeah. How this happens, because in the other world I have this exact same setup. And it's even aligned the same way. So that way is north in both worlds. But there, I've never had it that I fell through. I always land in the right spot up here. But yeah, no idea how that works. It's not like too bad. It's not like I'm going to use this a lot that bad up there. But just a bit annoying, right? But yeah, that's the... Oh no, that's not the... That's the upper part of the tower for now. But we still have... Oh, oops. I guess I'll fall. We still have this down here I need to think about. I have not thought about that. So I will go... yeah, I will go think about it, I guess. Okay, now let's take a little detour and do some more meta-analysis of my videos, since I seem to be quite fond of that. So, I've been watching Hermitcraft again. I'm sure a lot of you will know what it is. And it has definitely made me think about how I'm making these videos. As some of you may know, I've watched a lot of Hackin' Hermitcraft last year. I watched basically all of the videos from Season 6, but I kind of got burned out on it all at the end of Season 6. So I've not really watched any Minecraft Let's Plays since I started making these videos. Since I am a pretty analytical person, as soon as I started watching again, I started thinking about how other people make these videos. First thing that came over me was this overwhelming feeling of ineptitude. These people are just so good at what they do. How can I ever reach that level? It seems like they are just all naturally charismatic and funny without even trying. But I gotta remember that talking, just like everything else they do, is the result of a lot of practice. Most of them have been making videos for 5, 6, 7 or 9 years. I actually looked it up, and out of all the hermits, Wells Knight is the one who started making videos most recently, and that is in September of 2014. So yeah, the hermits have been doing it for a while. And yeah, of course I shouldn't compare myself with that. And what I decided to do then is just to go back to the very first videos of these YouTubers have uploaded, and then compare them with how they are now, and compare them with how I am now. And yeah, that made me feel a lot better. These professionals were also once young and inexperienced. And, you know, some of them were charismatic and funny even back then. And of course, YouTube was very different in 2011 or 12. But with the same amount of hard work they put in, there's no reason I should not also be able to have some sort of success with my YouTube channel. One thing that looms over me though is the question, am I not too late? Not in the sense that YouTube will not exist in 5 years. I'm not afraid of that, but more that a lot of YouTubers have started making videos at a very young age, starting practicing very young. Now, I'm already 24, and while I do have time right now, how long can I spend practicing? At one point will quote unquote real life begin. I've always been kind of a late bloomer, and I'm still now figuring out who I am really. So I think even with all these points I have against me, there are still enough points working in my favor to get something out of this. So I guess I will keep going with this. Sorry for that introspective episode. Get ready for the imposter syndrome to hit me should I ever gain some semblance of a following. Alright, now to get back to the Minecrafts, what I now want to do is I think I'm going to build this tower in the creative world and see what it looks like with spruce instead of this stripped dark oak. Here we have our current tower. And here we have the tower with spruce wood. I don't really know which one I like better. With the other one I like the contrast between the logs and the light gray better, but I feel like yeah, here the spruce is less out of place in the forest because like it's all spruce. Maybe I should change all this gray and make it I don't know what I would change it with though, because like you might be able to use like granite or something that's like a little darker, but I don't know. I think I'm going to keep it like it is in the survival world, so not this one, the other one. Now that's it for this tower then. Let's figure out what else we can do this episode. We oh yeah, we can take a look at my Chocobox system, see if there's something we can go collect. Let's go for this box, because I think we should have pretty much everything in storage already, or I can craft the stuff here. Alright, this is as far as I can complete it, because all the other stuff is 1.16 stuff. Not that surprising that the nether box is lacking a lot of stuff. But yeah, it's nice to have this much at least. Then, while I was doing that, I realized, you might have noticed, I have named my tools specific stuff. And I always do that. I haven't really... I'm still missing a couple of them. I'm not going to name these caps and boots, because that's just wasteful. But yeah, what I always do is I give them names, and I make the names be a certain theme, and also the names have the same initial letters as the tools themselves. So, well, not exactly. So, as you can see, this one is Sufjan Stevens, and this one is Fiona Apple. And the distinction here is that this one is Fortune 3, so it starts with an F, and this one is Silk Touch, so it starts with an S. And then my sword is Solange for sword, and then my shield is Sean Martin, and my elytra is Dorian Elytra, which is named after Dorian Electra. And the theme for these names these are all musicians. I've had other themes before as well, like for example classic Greek names, or just kind of lame sounding old people's names like Gertrude or whatever. But yeah, that's why these have these names, and that also explains the theme behind it. Alright, I was a bit worried that I would have some trouble filling up this episode today because I hadn't really planned out anything, but I feel like we did alright. So yeah, like, subscribe, and ring that bell. Yes, okay, bye.